Hey everyone, my name is Tyler Pineda. I am a former graduate of Reinhardt University. I graduated in spring of 2016. As you can see, my degree is above in my classroom over there. My current position, I'm a special education teacher and a social studies teacher here at Chesty High School in Gainesville, Georgia. It's about an hour out from Reinhardt. So what did I learn from the sports studies program at Reinhardt? Well, I learned a whole wide variety of not even just the sports field, but the education field. Some classes that I remember that I took at Reinhardt was like sports marketing, sports sales, generation of revenue in sports, contemporary issues, and even there was a practicum PED 380 and PED 480 was an internship that I was able to do the spring semester of the year I was graduating, 2016. It allowed me to go home and be back at home while I was still in college and actually try to get my foot into the real world, the job career. I felt as if the program was stellar. I felt it was amazing. Professor Mullins, Professor Horton, Dr. Epling, I know he's no longer there, but all three of them helped form me into the teacher I am today. The great thing about it is, they're willing to work with you. And it didn't matter what time of the day or when you needed them, they were always there. Great thing about Reinhardt, they had an open door policy. So by God, if the door was open, we walked in. And I know especially my brother, we'd always walk into, Professor Mullins. He was our advisor. He helped us, get us in the right way, in the right path to where we're at now. Now, how did I get into, or what did I benefit from the program? All right, so when I went into Reinhardt, I wasn't really thinking about, what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be, a sports analyst, some guy you see on ESPN. But once I realized I had a sports studies major and a communications minor, and I had to take so many communication classes, which is a lot of writing, I knew that it wasn't for me, honestly. So I kind of switched into the administration field. And my aspiration is to become an athletic director one day or an assistant principal. But right now I'm sitting as a special education and social studies education teacher. All right, so how did I get this job? All right, so the best thing about the program was PED 380 and PED 480. Those were the practicum and internship. At the time, back in 2015, I was doing my practicum and internship, fortunately, at Flowery Branch High School in Flowery Branch, Georgia. And this was just a simple, reach out to one of my former head coaches. He was actually the defensive coordinator there. We did I remember we did a spiel, a whole class segment over Coit Cooper. He had a whole inspiration to try to motivate us to get out there and get to know people, because you never know how your relationship is going to help you in the future. So I went ahead, and it was during that time we were writing out letters to all our people who meant a lot to us. And I just happened to write a letter to Coach Wagner. He was the defensive coordinator at Flowery Branch. He was my head coach at Winterboro High School in Winder, Georgia. And turns out when I reached out to him, he actually contacted me. We spoke, and fortunately during that time, I had to get a practicum and an internship in if I wanted to complete, the sports studies program and receive my degree. And long story short, I was able to get into that practicum at Flowery Branch. And it was awesome. I was able to see what teachers do, because I realized my sophomore year I wanted to become an educator. And for those of you who want to be a coach, you got to teach if you want to make a living out of it. So I went into my practicum at Flowery Branch High School. Turned out I was able to get ample number of hours. I believe it was 450 hours or 500 hours. Is a lot. And that was a whole semester's worth. And although I didn't get paid for it, I did get the valuable experience of meeting coaches, meeting teachers, meeting administrators, and seeing what the whole field is like in the future, what I want to do. So after that practicum and after the internship, I was actually offered a position at Flowery Branch High School. Unfortunately, I didn't take the position, but the whole experience, helped me get to where I'm at now. I'm at Chesty right now in Gainesville, and the reason being is because a coach I got to meet there during my internship, he was the linebacker coach at Flowery Branch High School. He actually got the defensive coordinator job here at Chesty. And since I've known him for that past year, essentially, he asked me, or he wanted me, pretty much told me, I'd like for you to come with me. And that's why I'm here. I'm going on my second year, and we just got our contracts, and I'm going on my third year here at Chesty as the varsity defensive line coach, the JV defensive coordinator, and the head JV soccer coach. Hopefully aspirations one day to become a head coach in one of those. So, why join the Reinhardt program? Like I said before, they're willing to help with you. All the professors, um, who wouldn't want to learn about sports? And it's not just like the NFL or the NBA. We're talking like the history of sports. What are the contemporary issues? How do you market? How do you run an event? And it's crazy. It was awesome. I was able to get my minor in business and my major in sports studies, and I feel like it's very valuable. Although I didn't become the sports analyst that I wanted to before, I realized that I wanted to become an educator, and that's where I'm sitting here right now. So hopefully in the next couple of years, my goal is 10, 15 years, I'd like to become an assistant principal and hopefully an athletic director one day, or maybe even head coach. So basically what I'm getting out of this is just you need to know, who you know, essentially. Of course, it's what you know, but essentially it starts off with who you know. And if you want to get in a position like myself, you got to get out there. You got to go see Miss Peggy. You got to get your resume in. You got to get it fixed. You got to get a LinkedIn. You got to take advantage of that practical internship. Don't just do it just for the sake of doing it. Do it for the experience, because you never know how any relationship is going to help you out. And another fun fact that actually made me feel as if I was home. Not only did I come here from another coach at Flyer Branch who recommended me to come here. Turns out my athletic director here was my head football coach at Winder too, my freshman and sophomore year. So you can imagine how that interview went. Also, the administration here is awesome. But yeah, guys, hopefully that helped you out. Just know, I know college is pretty hard. The sports education program or the sports studies program at Reinhardt is very valuable. I know college is hard, and I'm still in college right now. I'm actually at Valdosta State. I get my Master of Arts in Teaching in Special Education General Curriculum, with hopefully my hope being to get a position in teaching social studies, general education, or a co-taught setting where I could teach economics or American government. But yeah, guys, hopefully that helped you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. My email is tyler.pineda@hallco.org. I'll be more than happy to, help you out with any situation. So yeah, guys, hopefully that helped. Hope you guys have a great day.